let's get to those newspaper headlines, starting with the business day up first. And here's that front page. So, banks' repo rate decision risky. Now, unnecessarily tight policy may lead to recession, Investec warns. Now, the decision by the Reserve Bank's Monetary Policy Committee to hold the repo rate steady at its July meeting was risky, and tight monetary policy might see the economy enter a recession down the line. Investec Wealth and Investment Chief Investment Strategist Chris Holdsworth has warned about that. Also, investment boss urges South Africa to grab the moment. JP Morgan's Global Chair of Investment Banking, Jennifer Nason, has urged South Africa to seize the moment at a time when geopolitical events have prompted a reassessment of investment opportunities, which offers real upside for South Africa. And then Drum and True Love at risk of closing. Two of South Africa's best-known magazine publications, Drum and True Love, are said to be on the chopping block and at risk of being closed. Media 24 is said to have failed to disclose this publicly. They're talking about 400 jobs that are at risk. Print editions on the block are The Beeld, Rapport, City Press, Daily Sun, and Soccer La Duma, among others.
Oh, man.
And of course, that picture of Tatiana Smith there.
All right, so yeah, magazines now, again, big threats. So let's have a look at what's on the front page of the Star. And this is the one that we're leading with as well. ANC expels Jacob Zuma is what the Star also taking. So they're saying after Zuma publicly endorsed the MKP, the ANC handed or hauled him over the coals. So it says Jacob Zuma's decade-long membership of the ANC, decades-long membership of the ANC, was abruptly terminated by the party's National Disciplinary Committee after he ditched the organisation and led the Umkhonto weSizwe party, and that was in December. So that was the ruling that was laid down. Then, of course, you've got the photograph there, and this is of Police Minister Senzo Mkhunu visiting the controversial military training centre in White River in Mpumalanga, where 35 Libyan nationals were arrested. So that's the front page photograph. Then South Africa's intelligence agency under pressure is what they're also saying. The discovery of this secret military base for training illegal Libyan nationals in White River and Mpumalanga on Friday raises a red flag on the country's security intelligence. Security expert from the Institute for Security Studies is who they speak to, Willem Els, and he goes into detail there. And then finally, Pickett calls for removal of Joburg mayor, and this was happening over the weekend. Joburg residents with the Joburg the Crisis Alliance flocked into the Metro Centre in Braamfontein on Saturday and picketed for the removal of the Joburg City Mayor, Kabelo Gwamanda, against the electricity surcharge.
All right, moving on to the Citizen. Of course, Olympics news there with a picture of Piti Kutsia there. South Africa guns for more medals. And it pays to complain to the Ombud, apparently. But the lead story, shoot to kill questions. Now, trigger-happy cops killing spree in KwaZulu-Natal smacks of apartheid days and shows crime intelligence is just not working, a violence monitor says. Now, the police can kill suspects with impunity because hundreds of cases are never properly investigated. A picture there of some of our sevens guys, guts and glory, showing off their medals that we spoke about. Also, catcher grabs 2.5-meter python in engine. And now it took Maggie Webster more than a day to coax the giant snake out of its hiding place. Then mystery deepens over that training camp. Military exercises under the guise of security training is seemingly legal, says an expert.
Where was that snake? Where did you say it was?
I'll tell you just now. I'll go and read the story on page 4.
As long as it's not in Joburg. Anyway, let's have a look at this Soetan. Girls, booze and brawls, military camp escapades. Mpumalanga community says Libyan trainees were notorious, unruly neighbours. Before their arrest, they sold their blankets to buy alcohol, got into fights over girls in local taverns, and threatened to shoot residents as well. Then they say shops flagged for selling old food. And then this sad story about Deleuze in hospital after a stroke. That was what we were seeing and reading about yesterday. And they were saying that His real name, of course, is Leslie Jonathan Mampet Jr. is in recovery after suffering a stroke on Friday, and this is what the family have confirmed in a statement. So that's the front page of the Soetan.
Yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about that story.
Oh, gosh.
Unfortunately, it is here in Gauteng.
It's here.
But SABC website, www.sabcnews.com, and there you have a snippet of what's on it. Of course, the Olympics, South African women's sevens, the ANC Zuma story, and so much more on that page.
Fantastic. And that SABC Plus app, let me tell you, I was sitting around a lunch table yesterday of people raving about it, and it had nothing to do with me sitting there. We're just saying, what an app, guys. Has anyone got the SABC Plus app? And I think about 10 people downloaded it right there and then. They can't believe what they received. So it is something you need to do.
Yeah, if you're on the go, that's what
It's
you need
amazing.
to have to stay in touch.
Yeah,
All right.
enjoy it. Enjoy it.